Happy evening. Welcome to Maheepathi Talks. As you know that because of this COVID-19, schools stopped working, colleges stopped working, but learning never stopped and sharing knowledge never stopped. Eminent personalities like Dr. Uma Devi has come forward to share their knowledge. I'm glad that today ma'am is going to talk on this topic very important, that is emotional intelligence, which is very important need of the hour because you're aware that even South India now is flooded with rains and there's a lot of uh, uh, instability is happening. At the same time, there's a lot of mental tensions and how to deal with the emotions is also very important. Now, ma'am has accepted to deliver the talk on emotional intelligence. It's my privilege to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Uma Devi, ma'am. She's a professor and head of the department MBA in AMC Engineering College. She has LLB, MBA, MPhil, and PhD in management from Osmani University. She has the experience of 17 years in teaching at PG level and 6.5 years in industry. She is right now working with AMC Engineering College, Bangalore. She has rendered her service as a professor of human resource management, as well as various positions at Bangalore and Hyderabad in various institutions like Indus Business Academy, Acharya Group of Institutions, Bangalore City College, Global School of Business Management, Aurora Group of Institutions, and ICBM. Dr. Uma Devi is an author of Stress Management in Select IT Companies, which is a reference book of IT professionals. She has presented 30 research papers at national and international levels. She has many conferences and IIM Kozhikode, and she has been the convener resource person and IIM Kozhikode. And she is also a keynote speaker and chief guest at various national and international conferences. She has a wide professional exposure in organizing seminars, conferences, workshops, faculty development programs, and other professional events. In the field of management, she has extended roles as subject expert, question paper setter, and she has interviewed by Namaste Telangana, Jindagi team, daily newspaper during the award of PhD degree as the topic as relevance. She has felicitated with ALS Prasad Rao Memorial Award for distinguished services. We are glad that ma'am has accepted to deliver a session on the topic emotional intelligence. Now I invite Dr. Uma Devi madam to deliver the talk on emotional intelligence.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Special thanks to Maheepathi Srinivas Rao garu and his associates. Special thanks to your team, sir. I appreciate, firstly, I appreciate your work to creating such a learning platform to all the professionals and the students and all the people who are directly or indirectly related to education field, all the stakeholders, of course, right? And it's a very good opportunity for me to meet such a learning platform, to interact with all of you, such a virtual platform we are meeting right now because of the different situations we are in, right? And the reason to select that the topic emotional intelligence is what I feel that it's very relevant, and it's all by all the times, maybe in our day-to-day life and the professional life as well as the personal life, we cannot separate certain things in our life. So the relevance of this particular topic, that is emotional intelligence, we cannot separate from our lives. Because of that, that is the justification to choose that particular topic. And let me try my level best to make you understand the concept and to make you application part. If that is the thing, if I am able to do, that is well and good for me, what I feel. So now let us go to the topic. I hope it is visible to you, right? Okay, fine. So this is the topic which I would like to go to, the emotional intelligence. Already sir has introduced me. I am Dr. Uma Devi, working as professor and HOD in Department of MBA AMC Engineering College, Bangalore. right? Already the introduction part is over. So this is what here emotional intelligence will play a very important role in our day-to-day life, which is a right balance. What I feel a right balance in between our personal life as well as professional life, right? So this is the leading to that, and the takeaways from this session are defining emotional intelligence, and one thing I would like to tell to you that it can be also called EQ, sometimes EI, sometimes, right? Don't be confused in between. Emotional intelligence can also be called as EQ, right? So it can be interchangeable. The words may be used in this particular session. Right. So this is what here the takeaways from this session are: what is emotional intelligence, why it is important, the distinction between emotions and feelings, the components of EI, cognitive behavioral model, three parts of the mind, that is the mind miracles it will do, and intrapersonal and interpersonal of emotional intelligence, or emotional quotient, it also can be called. Personal and relational competencies, the structure of emotional competency, the building blocks, the how to develop with a quadrant model, and how to develop a higher sense of EQ. These are the takeaways from this session. Let me try my level best to make you sure to understand this particular concept and make it to application part of your day-to-day life as well, right? Actually, I would like to share my knowledge about that. I would like to introduce a great philosopher and a great psychologist, a researcher in psychology field. The person is Daniel Goleman. He wrote a book. He is an author. He is a psychologist and an author of emotional intelligence. The book of emotional intelligence he wrote. As per his research and as per his knowledge, outcomes of his research, he shared that 80 to 90% of the competencies that differentiate top performers are in the domain of emotional intelligence. So that is the outcome of his research. We can tell that this is what here the thing we have to discuss. This is what the reason behind this. This is the reason I would like to choose this particular topic. Right? So 80 to 90% of the competencies that differentiate top performers uh, are in the domain of emotional intelligence. And maybe directly or indirectly, 80 to 90% of the competencies are coming to the big picture of the emotional intelligence. This is the outcome of his research. I hope that I'm clear. Right? And emotions, just a quotation. What I feel, this is a right quotation for this, to understand the emotions and feelings. Usually people, emotions and feelings both are in, most of the people may feel that emotions and feelings are interchangeable, but there is a slight line in between emotions and feelings. Let us discuss in our next upcoming session, upcoming slides. Emotions play out in the theater of the body when feelings play out in the theater of the mind. Here I am talking about, in this particular quotation, I am talking about body and mind. Right? So emotions can play out in the theater of the body. So what are your emotions? You cannot escape from your body. Immediately your body will catch your emotions. That may be a facial expression, that may be hands and legs movement, that may be a body language. This is what the idea behind this particular quotation. But this is a really wonderful quotation, what I feel. Emotions play out in the theater of the body. When feelings, then coming to the feelings, where the feelings will come? Feelings actually in the theater of the mind. So feelings will be a part of the mind. The thing is that will be in subconscious mind. Usually the feelings will be in subconscious mind, whereas emotions immediately your body will catch, but feelings your mind will catch. This is the idea. Right, sir? Am I audible clearly? Right? I think I can continue. Am I audible, sir? Right. Coming to the definition part of the emotion, defining emotions. Let us, whenever we are talking about the emotional intelligence, better to talk what are emotions, what is emotion, and what is that actually, what is the role of emotions in our any human body, anybody, maybe you or anybody, right? So as per American Psychological Association, it is the emotion can be defined as the complex reaction pattern. The emotions are the complex reaction pattern involving experiential, behavioral, physiological elements. This is what here the definition part as per APA, American Psychological Association. This is the definition of emotion. So three levels of the emotion we can understand into three main dimensions. One is reaction pattern. So the way how you react, and the way how you involve experiential, the way your experience, how you are exhibiting your experience, and your behavioral pattern, your reaction pattern involving experiential, behavioral, and physiological elements. So this is what reaction pattern into three different dimensions. That is your experience, your behavioral pattern, and your physiological expressions, like what I told, that your body language, your body will catch your emotions. So knowingly or unknowingly, we are expressing all of our emotions, maybe the joy, maybe the happiness, maybe the sadness, whatever it may be, our body immediately will catch. This is what here even American Psychological Association also saying the same thing. Emotion is a subjective state of mind. So it's a subjective state of mind. How your mind will think, how your mind, what is there in your mind, that is the correlation in between your mind and your emotions. So that's what here, it's a subjective state of mind. It's a representative, it reflects, emotions will reflect your mind dimensions. That is what emotions can be. It can be internal stimuli such as thoughts and memories or events that in our environment, right? So it can be it can be the reaction. Emotions can be the reaction of internal stimuli. Internally, what is there in the mind, in the subconscious mind, it can represent, it can reflect. That's what the emotion. It's a subjective. That's why the statement, it's a subjective state of mind, right? And now, after emotion, just emotional intelligence. This is what here that the topic today's topic, the defining part of the emotional intelligence. The emotional intelligence is the ability to identify our own emotions and those of others. So it's the ability to identify our own emotions and those of others, to self motivate ourselves, to and to know how to monitor our emotions and those of the people around us. So it will be it is saying that intrapersonal system and interpersonal system. That's what the emotional intelligence make a bridge in between our intrapersonal system and interpersonal system. That's what the importance of emotional intelligence. It's the what exactly you are internally, what your system, internal system. That's what your intrapersonal system and your interpersonal system, how you behave with other people. So this is what here emotion, the subject, the scope of emotional intelligence we can call. I hope I'm clear, right? What exactly? Oh, this is a more manageable manner. Just I would like to give a few points here. Knowing what feels good. For example, how you feel good, how you what you feel, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel bad, how to get from bad to good, and knowing your emotions and knowing others' emotions, right? So it's competencies, providing competencies and establishing competencies, balancing emotions and reasons so as maximize long-term happiness. So what are, to find out what are your emotions and what are other emotions, what makes you motivate, what makes you what are the reasons for your emotions, and understanding that, monitor that, balancing that for your happiness. This is what here the complete picture of the emotional intelligence or emotional quotient. That is also emotional intelligence. It can be also called as EQ, right? Why EQ is important? What is EQ? Now we discussed. Now why EQ is important? This is important because, see, there are certain things will be keep on going on our minds. For example, your thinking pattern. let me talk something about your thinking pattern. So whenever, see, EQ is a pattern of how people's biases in their thinking leads them to think one thing or choice is better than another, as well as their clarity in differentiating within those biases to exercise clear and sound judgment. Why the question is why EQ is important to you. Yes, EQ is important to you. Emotional intelligence, the knowledge about knowing about your EQ is important to you because you have to understand your thinking pattern, you have to understand your biases in thinking, and you have to understand what's making you judgment for your decision making, what's make you whether you are taking right decisions or not. To know about that, emotional intelligence is important to you. Is it clear? Right? So anybody, this is about not others, this is about yourself, this is about myself. Because of that, EQ is part and parcel of our day-to-day life, right? So because of that, this is very important to know. See, this is when you are important to you, the same manner, knowing about emotional intelligence is also equally important to you. That is my idea behind this, right? And this is a big picture of the emotional intelligence. We can understand just a broader perspective to show you the broader perspective or big picture of EQ. Just I would like to take this particular diagram. So emotional intelligence is the foundation for critical skills. How EQ is, see, if we feel that EQ is a stem, the all other things which you are looking, that decision making, your time management, your empathy, your work, your tolerance levels, your social skills, your interpersonal skills, your intrapersonal skills, all are different branches of the same tree. If you feel that EQ is the stem, all are leaves and branches. So you cannot, the meaning is we cannot separate or we cannot escape from emotional intelligence, whether you accept, whether you know it or not, whether you accept it or not. This is part and parcel, and the reflections of the emotional intelligence is in all around like this, like a tree, like this particular tree, how we are just these are few examples I would like to give. So in our day-to-day life, in our personal life as well as professional life, to understand my internal system, to understand my interpersonal system, social system, to understand how I am socially a person, to understand and decision making in all spheres of my life, it will take a part. This is the idea behind this particular diagram. Just to show the big picture of the topic, I would like to take this particular diagram. Now, look it into emotions, feelings, and behavior. Right? Excuse me. This is what very focused area of this session. How emotions, feelings, and behavior, how these all the things are creating a system. See, emotions, feelings, behavior, all established in one system, in one picture. We have to see all these things. This is all an internal system in our body only, in our system only. These all the things are taking place, right? So how these are related, interrelated things. Your emotions, your feelings, and your behavior, all these things are interrelated, right? So how it is interrelated? For example, your emotions trigger your feelings. See, emotions and feelings are, there is a slight, a sensitive line in between your emotions and your feelings. Both are not one and same. Maybe related, very nearer. A thin line will be there in between emotions and your feelings. Let us discuss later, right? The thing is, your emotions, for example, let me say happiness. Let us talk something about the happiness. Happiness is one of the emotions, right? When happiness trigger your feelings, what will be happen? If you are happy, what will be happen? Your feelings will trigger, emotions will trigger your feelings. You will feel happy when your mind is means you feel happiness is a part in your system. Automatically you feel very happy. That triggers the happiness element within your system. That feeling, that happiness feeling, create a behavior like a body language, reflections in your body language. Your eyes will shine, your face will glow, One example, the happiness example, if I take, if you feel happy in your heart, that trigger your feeling, that happiness, that reflects on your body, on your facial expressions and on your body language. Your face will shine like anything. Your eyes will spark. Your body also will be give some positive indications to somebody. That shows that your happiness. Am I right? So behavior, your behavior, the others can see in your behavior. Maybe your tone, maybe your body language. This is what behavior, what I'm saying. That behavior reinforces your thought. If you are very happy, that reflects on your body. Again, your thought process, you have positive thinking. Your thought process also will be same. Got my point? So what is the input you are taking? The same will reflect on your body and on your behavior, on your thoughts. Again, it will make another emotion into your mind. This is what the internal system, what is going within you. The happiness will be the same thing, the sadness may be the same thing. See, there are 6 emotions which are explained by Paul Ekman. In the year 1970, he has universally acceptable emotions, 6 emotions he has told. In that, happiness, sadness, surprise, fear, disgust, anger, all these kind of 6 kind of universally acceptable emotions, right? So whether it may be a surprise, whether it may be a sadness, or whether it may be a happiness or anything, disgust, whatever it may be, the same thing will be happen in your internal system. Your emotion trigger your feeling, your feelings create your behavior, your own behavior, your behavior reinforces your thoughts. Again, your thoughts will be inputs to your emotions. This is what a internal system, what is going on within yourself. I hope I'm clear. The same thing with a similar diagram, I would like to, emotions are what, how you feel. Your emotions are how you feel, that is your emotion. How you act, that is your behavior. How you think, that those are your thoughts, right? So once again, I repeat that how you feel are your emotions, how you act is your behavior, how you think is your thoughts, how you think are your thoughts. Okay, so this is just to make you understand. I took this diagram also. Now, I told that there is a small thin line in between emotions and feelings, right? In earlier only I told. So this is what here you can understand. The difference between emotions and feelings. Most of the people feel that emotions and feelings are what you feel, that is emotion. Okay, fine. For theoretical aspect, that is fine. But there is a small line, underlying line in between emotion and feelings. Emotions, you can the body can catch the emotions. For example, what I said, that your happiness, your surprise, your sadness, your disgust, everything your body will catch. Your body will express your emotions. But whereas your feelings are in your subconscious state of mind. Feelings cannot be measured. Emotions can be measured. Emotions can be seen. But whereas feelings cannot be seen, feelings cannot be measured. It can be subconscious mind. Okay. Is it clear? That is what here, a small underlying line in between emotions and feelings, right? Emotions can be physical, instinctual also. But whenever your emotions are high, as per that, your body, your face and your body will catch it, and it will show that. But whereas your feelings will be, subconscious mind will catch it. It will be in your subconscious mind. That is your feelings. But there is a direct relation, direct link in between feelings and emotions, but a slight difference, right? The continuing topic is 3 components of EI. This is also very relevant slide. I would like to take that. The 3 components of emotional intelligence are emotional quotient. We can tell that emotional competency, emotional maturity, emotional sensitivity. These 3, right? So emotional competencies are anybody. These are the things, these are the 3 things we have to take care of ourselves. You, for example, when I am talking about you, you have to build your own emotional competencies. You have to be emotionally mature state of mind, and you have to be emotionally sensitive. Why, how? I will, let me explain. Emotional competencies will make you to remove the blocks, are hindrances, are obstacles, what's making your emotional ignorance. You have to make your journey from emotional ignorance to emotional capacities, building emotional capacities, right? So in that particular journey, what are the blocks you are facing? Those blocks will be removing through building emotional competencies. So emotional competencies will make you clear the road path towards to reach your maturity levels. The second one, emotional maturity, will make you to build intrapersonal as well as interpersonal system properly, appropriately. Emotional sensitivity also followed that. Emotional sensitivity will make you a social person, especially interpersonal skills and teamwork also. At work, if we are talking teamwork and interpersonal skills, to build that, it will be helpful to you. So these three components of emotional intelligence are very important to anybody, which will be helpful to your personal as well as professional life. Building emotional competencies, reach the state of emotional maturity, and being emotionally sensitivity, right? So these are explained in these particular slides. Just you can have a look. Emotional competencies, tackling emotional upsets, high self-esteem, handling egoism, handling inferiority complex. This is what your emotional competencies. Through building emotional competencies, these are the advantages. This is a road path. It will make you in building the emotional competencies, right? And coming to the second one, emotional maturity. This is what here, emotional maturity. Emotional maturity will make you understand your system, first of all, proper self-awareness. It will make you self-awareness, developing others also, even others also, social awareness, self-awareness as well as social awareness, delaying gratification. Sometimes, no, when you are focusing on yourself, maybe identifying others maybe get delayed. Adaptability and flexibility, these are the advantages, and these are the this is a road path in emotional maturity. Third one, as we already discussed, emotional sensitivity. Emotional sensitivity will make you to understand threshold of the emotional arousal. Empathy, making you empathy, just understanding others and others issues also. Improving interpersonal relations. Communicability of emotions means able to communicate your emotions. Expressiveness, so expressiveness, the way of understanding others, the way of building the interpersonal skills. Teamwork leads to teamwork, and able to communicate your emotions openly, boldly. These are the things comes under the emotional sensitivity. So these three are very important in your day-to-day life. These three components are emotional competency, emotional maturity, and emotional sensitivity. These three are anybody. It's immaterial of anything. Anybody should have those three things. Now, next, continuing a simple one. You need not feel about this may be complex. No, this is very easy, very simple. Surprisingly, this cognitive behavioral model, to talk about this, to explain about this, it may be some few minutes time, but to realize that in your within your system it is going on for every moment, for every activity, the cognitive behavior model we are experiencing, that may be fraction of seconds. Surprisingly, everything. For example, if you feel let me give an example. Something, if you feel that something happened, all of a sudden something happens. Let us give a present example. Now in this particular situation, somebody which are to you maybe 2 feet distance, if somebody sneezes, what is your reaction? Just you imagine that, you can easily understand the cognitive behavioral model. With 2 feet distance, maybe your family member, maybe outsiders,